and I am part of Group 15, and I'm the project manager for this project assignment. This is our team profile page. Again, I'm Jason, and my team member is Mina, and we're going to be the one presenting for this. Current situation for us right now is that attendance tracking is almost completely manual. Professors, they have to either do like a roll call or they have to send a piece of paper down and have students like check their name or write their name down, and it's just very time consuming. So motivation to change on this would be to essentially automate this process for the professors and for the students that whenever they come into a room, they can actually just use their comment card or their student ID, and they can tap uh, their ID on like a kiosk, and it can actually register them automatically that they're present. This is our current work context diagram. Nothing much has really changed since the last time. Essentially, the systems that we would be using would be the UTD messaging system, the UTD database, App Store to download the app for a student's phone. We would also need to tie into Blackboard. And of course, the student and the professors would be using this as well. The business events or the use cases, one was mine for the student check-in, that whenever they come into a class, they use their ID, they tap on a kiosk to get marked present for the class. And if they do not actually get registered, then there's some exceptions and alternatives there that the student's able to do in order to try to get marked present for the class. Sam did the send attendance warning. Essentially what that is whenever a student does not show up or does not properly mark themselves present for the class, they get an email letting them know that they were not marked present for that class. And once it gets to a certain threshold, more likely determined by the professor, say if it was 4 absences, then the professor would then get an email at that point, as well as the student, and then whatever action will need to be taken at that point will happen. Clayton did creating an account, so his process was pretty straightforward, that they just, if they're to download the app, they can log in, they create an account, so that way they can use the system. And then Mina, his was also pretty straightforward, where they create an attendance list for each class that they're in, so that way they get marked present for the appropriate class. And from here, Mina will go and talk about the next portions. So go ahead, Mina.
Jason did a UML diagram and he checked the student tab card at Kiosk app. If the kiosk receive input, verifies with Blackboard database. If it's verified, make sure that the student are registered in the class. So student check in, professor login into Blackboard and manual check in the student. That's the way of the app works. So for Clinton, enter the email and password, verify email, if it's right, if it's wrong, it will be invalid. If it's right, it checks for existing account. If the account send verification to the student email, then the student verifies the email and add account for app database, connect account to Blackboard. So for me, it was very simple for the new attendance list. So the student and the student ID, he locate his ID. If it's wrong, he's not gonna be in the new attendance list. If it's right, he creates and he put his name in the attendance list. He registered, he will be present in the class. It was so simple and easy. So for Sam, he made student miss the class. The device uh, mark him absent. UTD application is updated. The professor know he's absent. If the if the student is in the class, he check in. The UTD mark him present. The professor know he's present. This is the attendance forming UML. So interview plans. We have the stakeholder interview topics, day duration. So project sponsor, product owner, to the vision of the product, priority of the future, primary concern for the project. It work for 1 to 7 to 8 days for 2 hours. UTD department days, comparing what they are currently doing and see how to improve their. So day 2, 4 hours. UTD IT team figure out how to implement the product through their extended infrastructure and discuss limitation and constraint. Day 3, 2 hours. Blackboard IT team how to integrate our application with their for attendance. Day 4, 2 hours. UTD legal, UTD QA, review university policies to make sure the implementation of the device doesn't violate anything. Day 5, 3 hours. So we have UTD finance, estimate cost of maintaining running devices, application servers, day 6, 2 hours. UTD communication, brand outlook and reach to customer, style guides, user experience was a necessary feature, day 9, 2 hours. So cost slide, project management required, it took 7 people, 3 months, 80 hour average per hour, 40 per week. So design architecture, it took 1,034,000. Development 320K. Testing 38.4K. Deployment 64K. And the total cost and duration was 825.6K for 11 months duration. So we meet every day and everyone did something, and our meeting take 1 hour and 30 minutes. Nobody was absent. We worked really hard on the project. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.